Welcome to the universe in a seashell, the podcast dedicated to science, life, and girl power. I'm Kara Bartek and I'm your host. I'm a PhD, an author, and I want to make this world a more equal and opportune place, one girl at a time. What's up, chicks and chickadees? It's Kara Bartek, and welcome to the podcast. Today I am joined by two little chickadees, myself, Cece and Penny.
Hi, guys.
Penny, give us a cough to recognize that you're there. Okay, so what take are we on right now, Cece?
5th or 6th take.
Okay, not only has Penny been coughing directly into the microphone, but she has managed to get on my last nerve. Because here we are. We are in the middle of our own very personal summer nightmare. So, okay. So a lot of you may know that Cece's dad and I operate a crop research business. If you listen to the episode on the science of sorghum, you probably know that. But here's the deal. So crop research is like most busy and insane during the summer months. So guess what that means? No summer vacays for the Bartek family, which that's cool. It's not a big deal. But that also means that we've got a lot of together time. And that sounds pretty nice, right? Together time. Like I can just imagine like us like cooking and watching movies and snuggling and reading books, but the reality is we're about to kill each other. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm having some fantasies about swinging you guys around by your ponytails, okay? So, yeah. Okay. Beyond like eating every 5 seconds, and like unauthorized visits to the fridge. Okay, you can't do that because inevitably somebody's leaving the fridge door open. Okay?
You know what? One night when we were at our other house, Penny got up to get her a midnight snack, and I think my dad was there too. And they thought a robber was in the house, and it was just Penny getting a midnight snack.
Yeah, Penny, you almost had the police come and arrest you. Okay, I'm just saying. So there's like nonstop snacking, nonstop like mess, like all the time. Like I don't get it. How do you guys, like everything's picked up at night. You know, things are put away, and then I go into y'all's room, and all of a sudden like some kind of like mini nuke went off, and like there's dolls everywhere. There's like books like open and down on the floor, and like underwear that have flown out of the drawers, and like like half-eaten sandwiches. Like what is going on? And I can't take it anymore. That
was me.
Oh, that was you? Oh, I know it was you. Come cough into the mic some more. Oh, and then when I'm on my final straw, like I definitely feel like either my eyes are gonna pop out of my head, my butt's gonna fall off, my ears are gonna explode. I don't know. Like there's definitely gonna be some sort of like explosion of my body. Caroline comes and does her signature move where she yells in my face. She goes, ah! Okay. Save our souls. Save our souls. I don't know how much more we can take.
More to take?
But anyway. But actually, we have had a pretty good summer. We've done a lot of swimming. We've hung out with a lot of friends. We were kind of nervous because we moved to a new area and we weren't sure what the summer activities were going to be like. And we've stayed really busy, haven't we?
Like Ava and Allie?
Yeah, like Ava
We
and Allie.
lived in a ginormous city. And now we live in a small town out in the middle of nowhere. And now we have more stuff to do than we did in the city.
Yeah, it's kind of paradoxical. That's a good like $10 word. Paradoxical. But anyway, so I want to hear how y'all summer is going. Shoot me a line at universeinaseashell@gmail.com. Again, that email address is universeinaseashell@gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, basically all the social media platforms. Now, I'm not saying that I do them well. I do Facebook pretty well. I'm learning Instagram. Although I think the way to like master Instagram is you have to do those like makeup videos. Have you seen those things?
I've seen people with makeup that's like bizarre.
Well, like they do all this like really elaborate stuff and I'm like, I can't even match my foundation to my face, so I don't know. This is like this, there's a very specific science to these like beauty bloggers.
If you go to like YouTube, there's this stuff where people like remake like these characters from these movies.
Oh,
like
on their
Coraline.
face? Are you talking about like their makeup?
Like Coraline and stuff.
This is incredible, and I can't even like. I have foundation and a tube of mascara. Oh, and chapstick too. So.
Chapstick.
Yeah, my makeup game is not good. My makeup game is. I could see you being really good at makeup, Cece.
No.
Oh, I totally could.
But I can make a pee.
You're good at makeup? Here, make sure you talk into the mic because we love hearing what you have to say. But no coughing into the mic, okay? Otherwise, I am going to have to swing you around by your ponytail.
Willie, and I tip my hair. And you pull my hair off.
Oh, it's just a fantasy. I would never actually do it. Okay, but anyway. So let me know how y'all's summer is going. I'm really curious what everybody's up to. I'm especially curious if you guys have been watching the summer sky. Remember that you can download your very own sky watching kit by signing up to my mailing list, which the link is in the description of this episode. So go ahead, sign up for the mailing list and get your very own sky watching kit made by yours truly. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. Because not only is that great feedback for me, I want to know what we're doing good, what we're not doing so good. I want to know if Penny's beeping and coughing into the mic is as truly annoying as I think it is, or does everybody kind of think it's cute? Some people kind of think it's pretty cute. Oh, you sneezed into the mic now?
No. She's sneezing, coughing, beeping.
Well, we had a northern blow-in, so I'm sure that her allergies are kind of acting up. But anyway, but also it raises the visibility of this podcast in the iTunes charts, on the Podbean app, you name it. You know, and here's the deal. The Universe in a Seashell is all about making this world a more equal and opportune place, one girl at a time. Okay? I'm making science happen for girls. I want to make it fun. I want to make it interesting. And more importantly, I want to make it known that girls rock, they're amazing at science, and I want you to do something great. Because we're depending on you guys, right? This world has some problems. We've got a lot of plastic pollution. We've got some air pollution. We've got things that young, brilliant minds like you guys are really going to need to think about in the future. Okay, Penny's raising her hand. I don't know if this means she's going to sneeze or maybe a potential fart. Let's see. This might be the first. Well, she did. Okay. Well, I'm going to call her out again on this one. So she definitely flushed one of our podcasts, like a really loud flush. I was like, dude, you can't do that. And then we listened to the playback, and it was like, because the bathroom is 2 rooms down, but the flush was surprisingly loud. It was almost like we had the toilet mic'd up. Yeah.
It was like we put 70 mics. And they were all connected to the computer.
Okay, guys, so before we start talking about shooting stars, which is, by the way, one of the coolest summer activities you can do is watch a meteor shower, and they're very active right now. I'm going to give you guys the details. I want to give a few shout-outs to my friends. First and foremost, I want to give some shout-outs to my buddies in Corpus Christi that we just recently saw, DM, CJ, and Izzy. Izzy. I hope you're still holding strong, learning human anatomy. She's got some really cool posters in her room, all about the bones, the human systems, and yeah, I'm thinking that she's either a doctor in the making, maybe a physiologist. I don't know. But she's really into that. And did you know how many bones there are in the human body? Come on, this is good trivia.
I don't know.
Okay.
There's a lot.
208. Does that sound like a lot? There's 208 bones in the human body.
That's a lot. My friend told me that a baby has more bones than an adult.
Caroline, that's really, yes. Okay, so do you know where that comes from?
Where?
Okay, so you know how we talk about like babies having soft spots on their head?
Like Birdie?
Yeah, kind of like, and let me clarify. So Birdie is
our grandma's dog.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I think that's kind of your grandma just like making stuff up so y'all don't like tote her around and like hurt her. But anyway, so babies have these soft spots on their head called a fontanelle, which basically means that the skull has not totally fused into one bone yet. Because guess what's happening in the head that needs to allow for some movement? What do you think is happening in a baby's head that would make it necessary for a skull to be floaty, open, movable, breathable?
The bones are growing.
Bones are growing, but what else is growing?
Their brain?
Absolutely, yeah. Just imagine, like, a baby's brain is much smaller than, like, of course, like my brain, because obviously I have a huge, really smart brain, right?
I have a huge brain. Birdie's like 2 years old, and Gigi told me to like touch somewhere where the soft spot is. She does have a soft spot. She's only 2.
I'm pretty sure this is pseudoscience.
She's only 2.
I'm pretty sure that this is Gigi making this up so y'all don't like, put her in a basket and toss her in the air and make her do cartwheels, okay? But generally, your bones will fuse together as you grow, and it makes a nice, protective, bony area for that very important thing called your brain. I can remember the soft spot on your head, Cece. It was kind of like right above your forehead.
Did I have a freckle there?
No, you got a lot of freckles now.
I have one in my hair. My hair hides it, but if you like smooth my hair up, you can see it.
I know, I love your freckles. You know, that's something we ought to talk about one of these days is the science of freckles. Because you know that there's an actual science to it. Can we hear Penny? Sing your freckle song. Hey, somebody call a music agent because I think Penny's going to need a record deal. Sing your freckle song again. Oh, somebody send help. Send us a pizza, send us some movies. We need some serious entertainment in the Bartek household. Okay, I also want to give a big shout out to my buddies Luca and Memo. Okay, so these guys showed me some really cool dance moves. In particular, the Orange Justice. Okay, I've never heard of the Orange Justice.
It's from Fortnite, and I don't even know how to do it. Do you know how to do the floss?
I can do something that mimics the floss, but of course my moves aren't so great.
Do you know how to do the hype?
You've seen me do the hype. It's pretty bad.
It looks really awful.
But anyway, they're my buddies that came in from Georgia. We got to meet them because of their wonderful and talented mother, Anna. And Anna is, she's just a very, an accomplished artist. And she and I have some really fun projects that are going to be happening here in the near future, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it. So I want to give a shout out to Luca, Memo, and of course, my dear friend Anna. So do you guys have any other shout outs?
No.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about shooting stars. So, okay, one of our favorite things to do, and we haven't done it since we've moved out to the country, have we? I think it's because like everything has like sticker burrs, and then of course
We have snakes.
the snakes, and then there's like big packs of coyotes that kind of freak me out.
Hogs.
Yeah. Like there's as much as I talk a big game, oh, I love the country, like it's a little too wild for me. Like I can just imagine us getting carried off by a giant rabid coyote or something. So we haven't done this, and shame on us, but we need to. We used to spread out a big blanket in our yard, and we would watch meteor showers. We would go to the H-E-B bakery, and we would get very special donuts, wouldn't we?
I would normally get this pink sugar cookie with clear sprinkles.
Yeah.
And I'll
What
get
is your
this-
favorite? What was your favorite donut to get, Penny?
The striped donut.
The striped donut. Was it the one that had the white stripes, or the white with like the chocolate stripes, or the reverse, the chocolate one with the white stripes? Because this is very important to
The
know.
chocolate stuff on it, and then the linings of the white stuff frosting.
Yeah, so and it was a great bonding experience for us, but it was also a really amazing way for us to appreciate the sky and to appreciate nature. Like it never fails to amaze me to see a giant ball of fire streaking across the sky, right?
Now that you say a giant ball of fire, that's kind of weird.
Okay, so
And heading to
So not only is this fun for moms, dads, and kids to do together, you also have an opportunity for some amazing snacks. But you can totally get into the science of the thing. Oh, and you can also make wishes. You've ever heard that? Making
Yep.
wishes on shoe? Don't tell us your wish.
I think the first time I made a wish.
And I think the second time I made us.
Wait, Penny, talking to the mic.
When I was making a wish, I make a great wish.
Don't tell us what the wish is, otherwise it won't come true. So you get to make wishes, but also the most important thing is there is a ton of science behind this. So let's talk about what a shooting star is. So it's a common name for the visible part of small dust or rocks from space. Okay? And as it travels through the Earth's atmosphere, it burns up, which gives it that fiery look. Okay? So we know that our atmosphere basically protects us from the insane, crazy stuff that's happening out in space, right? So it's this barrier that keeps us safe from like UV, from the sun, rays from outer space, like deep outer space, like all of these kind of like deadly rays, but also all of this like space junk that's out there. So there's rocks, there's dust, and these things can come from a lot of different sources.
What's a ray?
Like a cosmic ray. Okay, so way out in space, there are all of these different types of so like UV waves, okay, UV rays. So it's a very strong form of light that's not good for people.
Like it would burn your eyes if you looked at it?
Burn your eyes, it would burn your skin. It does a lot of damage. Now we're exposed to UV pretty regularly. But we have ways to protect, like, wearing the rash guards that we wear that you guys totally complain about, like, all the time. But mom's just trying to protect your skin from the deadly rays of the sun. Hello.
And it's really hot. I hate it.
Oh, hold on. It's talking to the mic. It's really hot.
Yeah, and I hate it.
Oh, my gosh. But we also do sunscreen. And, sunscreen helps us be protected from the UVA and UVB rays, but there's also like gamma rays, other types of radiation that's just not good for human beings. So that's what the atmosphere is all about. It protects us from all of this stuff. Well, it also protects us from these big pieces of rock and junk that's floating around in space. Okay? And so what ends up happening when we see a shooting star, what it is like a rock, Space dust, something that's burning up in the atmosphere. It's not actually a star.
Like I've heard this before. Some asteroids that like hurl towards Earth sometimes don't make it and they just crumble up and they just explode.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. So most of them don't make it down to Earth. They basically burn up in the atmosphere. That's such a great point, Cece.
But some, like giant ones, actually make it and like hit Earth.
Now, what do you call them when they hit Earth?
Asteroids?
Meteorites.
Oh, meteorites. Asteroids are when it's coming through.
Yeah, asteroids are when it's still in space, and but meteorites are when it actually makes it to Earth. Yes, Penny.
We saw it on a movie Cece got.
What movie?
The weasel and a tiger and an elephant.
Oh, Ice Age?
Ice Age Collision Course, and it's the second part. I want to see the first part again.
The first part.
Yeah, so here we go. Here's an example in cartoons, because these are real things that actually shape our everyday experience. So a shooting star is not actually a star, number one. It's actually space rock, space dust. It's coming through the atmosphere and it's burning up. Now, if it makes it to the ground, what's it called again?
Meteorite.
Meteorite.
Holla, it's called a meteorite. Okay, I would love to find a meteorite. Would that not be the coolest thing ever?
Or what about a piece of one that burnt up?
I would love that. That would be pretty amazing. And you can look online. People actually sell meteorites. Now, their authenticity, I'm not exactly sure of that. I'm sure there are places that you can go that have they're more reputable. They can actually verify the source of the meteorite. But yeah, like you probably don't want to just randomly go on eBay and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get this meteorite and buy it, and then turns out it's just one of those rocks from the driveway.
And you know what? They're actually magnetic.
Yeah, some of them are.
They have nickel, iron. Let me think. I don't know what else.
Girl, look at you. Look at you with your geologic understanding and material and periodic table. Like, I'm pretty impressed. I'm very impressed, actually. But we're still going to have to fight later. And I'm going to still have to... Especially if you get in and eat 50 cheese sticks again. You and I, we're going to have like a leg wrestling match, okay? I think that's what we should do. We should just fight it out. Okay, so we know that the shooting star is the single event of space rock, space dust burning up in the atmosphere. If it hits the ground, it's a meteorite. But there's also something called a meteor shower. And this is a celestial event in which a number of meteors are observed to radiate or originate from one point in the night sky. These meteors are caused by streams of cosmic debris called meteoroids entering the Earth's atmosphere at extremely high speeds at parallel trajectories. Most meteors are smaller than a grain of sand, so almost all of them disintegrate and never hit the Earth's surface. Very intense or unusual showers are known as meteor outbursts or meteor storms, which produce at least 1,000 meteors an hour. What do you think about that?
1,000 meters an hour?
Yeah. So girls, when we wake up in like 2 or 3 in the morning, we spread our blanket out and we would go outside, eat our donuts, and watch
The sky.
watch the falling stars. Yeah. We were typically watching a very strong meteor storm or meteor shower. Usually we watch the Perseids because it's kind of in the warm part of summer. That's the shower that we normally watch. So basically, it's not uncommon to see a single shooting star every once in a while. But if you want to increase your chances, increase your odds of seeing these shooting stars, you have to wait for a meteor shower. So let's talk about some meteor showers that are active right now. Yes, Penny?
It's really important of active showers, but we have watched a shooting star before and before the after of the shooting star.
There you go. Quote Penny on that. Okay? Just quote her. Just quote her. Okay. So right now, what's active? The number one shower that I'm going to talk about is the Southern Delta Aquarids. Okay, now, and it's active between July the 12th all the way to August the 23rd. And this shower is a strong shower best seen from the southern tropics, okay? North of the equator, the radiant or the high point of the shower is located lower in the southern sky, and therefore rates are less than seen from further south. So you're in a better chance if you're looking at things from the southern hemisphere. These meteors produce good rates for a week centered on the night of the maximum. They are usually faint meteors, and they lack both persistent trains and fireballs. So again, this is the Southern Delta Aquarids. Okay, another one that's active right now is the Alpha.
The Alpha. It sounds like.
That's not it.
Alpha.
That's Mom getting tongue twisted and being crazy.
It sounds like Ralph.
Alpha. Okay. Anyway. Oops. No. Anyway. So it's the Alpha. I said it again.
Let me read it. Alpha
Capricornids.
Capricornids.
Alpha. I said it again.
Alpha.
So it's the Alpha Capricornids. Okay, now, and if you notice, all of these showers that I'm talking about right now are named after constellations as well. So I want a really smart person out there to let me know why that would be. Okay, why would they be named after these constellations? Remember, universeinaseashell@gmail.com, or you could just answer me in the comments of this episode. So anyway. So the Alpha Capricornids is active between July the 3rd and August the 15th. They have a maximum that's happening generally on July the 30th. The shower is not very strong, and it rarely produces in excess of 5 shower members per hour. What is notable about this shower is the number of bright fireballs produced during its activity period. So in the high point or the maximum around July the 30th, you're not going to see a lot of them, but when you do see them, they're going to be very bright and very strong. So these are like those giant shades. Sometimes they look kind of green. Have you ever seen those?
Like emeralds?
Well,
or like water green.
It's kind of like, it's almost like a jade color. And so part of that is the hot fire and also the distortion of the atmosphere. So they'll kind of like, because when you see a shooting star, you normally see them as being kind of a white. But I've also seen them kind of being green and blue, and I think that has a lot to do with how hot they're coming in.
I've seen them like orange.
Me too.
You have seen them orange? Yeah.
I've seen them like pink.
Like orange and white, like a mix.
Okay. Yeah, I bet those are like maybe the cooler ones. Because, a blue fire is definitely hotter. And blue and white are hot.
I think the reason it turns blue and like that green is because it's going faster. And then once it like hits the atmosphere, it just like fires up.
Okay, Penny?
I seen the pink with a mixed up blue.
Would you consider that a unicorn fireball?
Unicorn fireball.
Did it also have a mane and a tail?
Yes.
Did it have wings and a horn?
Now, this is a little bit of trivia about Penny. Penny is absolutely 100% obsessed with unicorns and narwhals. Please answer this line of questioning, Penelope Bartek. Are you or are you not obsessed with unicorns and narwhals?
Yes, I am obsessed with them.
My favorite animal is either a narwhal
or a panda.
Yes.
A panda, yeah. Oh, okay. So here's another recommendation. Now, I'm a huge fan of documentaries, and I know they can kind of be boring for kids, but there is one that's on Netflix right now that's called Wild China. Dude, It's amazing. Even the girls have been digging it. Like, it not only talks about Chinese history, the land, the culture, but it talks about the animals, and that was one of the most fascinating parts. Yeah, like pandas, and a lot of the ones that are on the verge of extinction. So I had no idea. I mean, I knew about the crisis of, pandas, tigers, things like that, but there's a lot of other species that are under serious risk of extinction.
You know what? There was this one, I knew about this animal before we watched Wild China, but I did not know that it lived in China. It's called the golden snub-nosed monkey. And in the winter, its nose and its mouth, and it has this part of skin, it turns blue.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyway, okay, we're off topic again. This is a very bad habit that we have. We have a tendency to get off topic. Now, I want to talk about one of the most famous meteor showers, and the one that's really driving our entire series about the summer sky, and that's the Perseids meteor shower, and that's the one that we watch usually. This is a very famous summer shower, and it's pretty consistent. And it's active between July the 17th and August the 26th. The Perseids are the most popular meteor shower as they peak on warm August nights and are seen from the northern hemisphere. That's us. Okay. The Perseids are active, like I said, between July the 17th and August the 24th. They reach a strong maximum on August the 12th or 13th, depending on the year. And so again, that's where our podcast is going to peak. It's all about us coming to a point where we're celebrating the maximum of the Perseid shower. And because I hope that you guys get out there and watch it. This is truly a magical phenomenon. Penny she's doing the pee-pee dance, so go pee-pee, but please don't flush the toilet, okay?
Don't flush the toilet.
This is the one time I'm going to tell you don't flush the toilet, because normally I have to be like, okay, dudes, y'all have to flush the toilet.
Don't flush the toilet. Flush it after.
Yeah, let's flush it after the recording has stopped. But anyway, so the normal rates that are seen from rural locations, which means there's less light pollution, because remember, again, the ambient light of cities, street lights, houses, it has a tendency to really dull the night sky. So you can normally see 50 to 75 shooting stars per hour. And these particles are being released from the Swift-Tuttle comet, okay? So that's where the source of this meteor shower comes. And this is why it happens once a year, because we're coming in contact with this comet once a year, right around this time. So it's basically kind of the tail end. So that's kind of cool, right?
So it basically breaks off and forms these balls, and then they head towards Earth?
Well, what we're doing is the Earth is moving through the tail, and so we are getting some of this debris from the comet, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, it's called Perseid since the radiant, or the area of the sky where the meteors seem to originate, is located near the prominent constellation of Perseus, the hero, Perseus the hero, and this is when it's at maximum activity, okay? So I think I kind of just gave away why meteor showers are closely associated with constellations. So basically, when you hear Perseids, Alpha, I said it again, Alpha Capricornids, or the southern
Alpha Walk.
Right, Aquarids. So basically, they're being named after these constellations because when you look for them in the sky, you find that constellation, and that's generally where these shooting stars are coming out of. It's kind of cool, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's the main thing about shooting stars. You need to make sure that you've got your parents, your grandparents, whoever is taking care of you. You got to have permission before you go out at night, because a lot of times these things are peaking between 2 and 3 in the morning. And I'm telling you, your folks are not going to be happy if you're sneaking out of the house at 2 or 3 in the morning. You got to have their permission. My guess is a lot of them will probably say, hey, I'd like to go see this meteor shower with you. You got to have a really amazing snack as well.
And you have to beg them.
Okay, no, we are not going to authorize begging, because this is one of the reasons that our summer has been so tenuous. I'm on the verge of losing my brain and head, okay? Because there's been a lot of begging that's happening. Like in like really annoying. Let's have an example of how you beg. Can y'all do that? Can y'all demonstrate that? Yeah, the dog whine is one of them, and it has a tendency to hit a certain octave that kind of makes your eye close, like, and then your lip to kind of curl up, like it's like a tick. So there's something behind that. So the dog whine is not cool. But anyway, gotta have a great snack, gotta have permission from your folks, and you gotta know where you're looking. So again, 3 active showers that are happening right now. So yeah, I can't think of anything else. Do you have any advice for our friends who might be watching these meteor showers?
No.
Well, thanks and gig 'em. Thanks and give them there, Cece. Do you have any advice for our friends that are going to be watching meteor showers?
Allie.
Oh, you're giving a shout out to your friend Allie? Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Universe in a Seashell. Remember, subscribe, rate, and review. Tell your friends. Let them know what you're listening to. Thank you so much, and happy sky watching.